Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going way back, like internet way back. We're talking about Yahoo search.
Oh, wow. Yahoo search. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Right. But before Google was like everywhere, Yahoo was the big dog.
They were huge. I mean, it really is a blast from the past.
Yeah.
And it shows just how much things have changed online since, well...
Since those banner ad days.
Exactly. Those are the days. Remember when we used to think asking Jeeves was the height of technology?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Good old Jeeves.
Well, Yahoo search, believe it or not, it's even older than that.
Wow, seriously. I had no idea. So before Google, everyone was using Yahoo.
Pretty much. Well, back in the mid-90s anyway. And it's funny because they weren't even really a search engine, not the way we think of them now.
Okay, so what were they?
A directory.
A directory.
That phone book style.
Exactly. Imagine someone, or probably all team of someone's, their job was to organize websites by hand.
By hand. You're
Yeah.
kidding. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Like a massive online Yellow Pages. You know, people would submit their websites and Yahoo would categorize them.
Wow, that seems incredibly inefficient.
It was a different time. The internet was smaller then,
Yeah.
more manageable. Can you imagine trying to do that now?
There's no way. It would be impossible. Billions and billions of websites.
Right. So as the internet grew, Yahoo realized they had to adapt.
So what did they do?
They went on a shopping spree.
A shopping spree for what? New websites?
For search engines. They bought Inktomi in 2002. It was a big deal.
Inktomi, that rings a bell.
They were a major player behind the scenes.
Yeah.
A lot of other companies used their tech for their search results.
Oh, okay. So Yahoo was buying the tech, not just other companies to, like, absorb.
Precisely. And it wasn't just Inktomi. They also bought Overture services.
Overture services, what did they have?
Well, they owned all the web and, wait for it, Alta Vista.
Alta Vista. Now, that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
Right. I bet some of your listeners remember using those.
I bet they do. So Yahoo was buying up all these search engines. But here's the thing I don't get. If they owned all this search tech, why were they still using Google to power their search results?
It does seem counterintuitive, right? But at the time, Google was already making a name for themselves. Their algorithms, the math behind how they sorted the web, it was top-notch.
So Yahoo was hedging their bets, like hoarding search engines but not quite ready to go all in.
Something like that. But by 2003, that changed. They took all the tech they'd bought, combined it with their own research, and they launched their own crawler-based search engine.
Crawler-based? So, like, they finally unleashed their own digital spiders to crawl the web.
You got it. They were ready to go head-to-head with Google.
Wow. So the one-time partners became rivals. What a twist.
Yeah, it's really a what-if moment in internet history, isn't it?
Oh.
But the story doesn't end there.
Oh, there's more.
Way more. So as we move into 2009, Yahoo makes another big move.
Okay.
They partner up with Microsoft.
Microsoft. Bing?
Bing.
Wow, I haven't thought about that name in a long time.
Right. So Bing became the engine behind Yahoo's search results.
Really? Huh.
But it was bigger than just the technology. They teamed up on advertising, too.
Okay.
It was this whole Microsoft search alliance.
So like the enemy of my enemy kind of thing.
You got it. Google was the giant in the room, and they were trying to take them on.
Makes sense.
But get this. This is where it gets really interesting. Yahoo and Google, they were like that couple, always finding their way back to each other.
They did not get back together.
They did. 2015, Yahoo ditches Bing and goes back to Google for search results.
Oh, come on. Seriously. You're messing with me.
I'm serious. It's right there in the Wikipedia article.
Wow. So they went from directory to buying up search engines to partnering with Microsoft and then back to Google.
It's like a tech soap opera.
It really is.
Wow.
Talk about a roller coaster. Can you imagine being the people in charge of Yahoo? Search through all this?
Right. I mean, talk about a stressful job.
So through all of this, Yahoo is still trying to do their own thing too.
Oh, yeah. They were trying all sorts of stuff to stay relevant. Remember Yahoo? Glue.
Yahoo Glue. Vaguely.
That was a big one. It was like 2008.
Okay.
They were trying to be more than just a list of links.
Yeah, weren't they trying to like personalize things?
Exactly. They wanted to make search more visual, more interactive.
Oh, right. I'm remembering this now.
They were trying to tap into social connections, too,
Yeah.
to show you what your friends were into.
So like an early version of what we see on social media now with those algorithms.
Exactly. Ahead of their time, in a way.
They really were. And what was that other thing? OneSearch.
OneSearch, you remember that?
It was from mobile, right?
Yeah. This was way back in 2007.
Back when the iPhone was brand new.
Right. And they were already thinking about how people search on their phones.
Wow. So they were thinking about mobile first before most people even had smartphones.
It was a different world back then.
Yeah.
But they were definitely onto something. They were trying to make mobile search faster, easier.
So it sounds like they kept trying new things. But I guess Google always managed to stay one step ahead.
It's true. Google was a tough one to beat. But you have to give Yahoo credit for trying.
Right. And speaking of trying new things, we can't forget about their big push for privacy.
One search. The comeback.
Right. In 2020, they were all about privacy.
They were really tapping into that growing concern about online tracking and data collection.
Yeah, but was it all it was cracked up to be?
That is the question, isn't it?
Was it the real deal or just good marketing?
It's tricky, right? Because they made some big promises.
Like what?
No tracking your searches, no storing your data, no targeted ads.
Sounds amazing, but also kind of hard to believe.
Exactly. And there were some red flags, like OneSearch was still using Bing for its results.
Wait, so even if OneSearch itself wasn't tracking me, Microsoft still was?
Potentially, yeah. Microsoft has its own whole data collection thing going on. It wasn't like you were suddenly invisible online.
So not exactly a privacy haven then. Anything else?
Well, the EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, they're all about digital rights. They found a tracker in OneSearch, linked to Yahoo's image search.
A tracker. Okay, break that down for me. What does that even mean for, like, a regular person just trying to search for something?
Imagine this little program following you around online, seeing what you click on, what you search for, building up a profile of what you do.
Not very private. And this was happening even though they were claiming to be all about privacy?
Yeah, it's like saying one thing and doing another.
A little shady. Anything else?
Oh, yeah. And this one's a biggie. Remember, Verizon owned Yahoo at the time.
Verizon, the phone company.
The very same. Turns out, OneSearch was giving preference in its results to any websites that Verizon Media owned.
Hold on, so even if the privacy stuff was legit, they were still skewing the results to benefit their other businesses.
Pretty much. So much for unbiased searching, right?
Yikes. This is not looking good for Yahoo.
And if that wasn't enough, around the same time, Verizon gets hit with this fine, like $1.3 million for using these things called super cookies.
Super cookies? What in the world are those?
Basically, cookies that are sneaky, way sneakier. They could get around your privacy settings and track you, even if you said you didn't want to be tracked.
So no matter what you did, they were still watching you.
Pretty much. It shows you how complex this all is and how hard it is to really control your privacy online.
It really does make you think.
It's like a constantly evolving game of cat and mouse.
Right. You try to protect your privacy, and they find new ways to track you. So frustrating. But okay, before we wrap up this deep dive into Yahoo, search, there's one more thing. They weren't just some American company, right?
Absolutely not. They were global. Tons of languages, international markets. They were translating stuff, trying to make search work for people all over the world.
It's easy to forget how big the internet really is.
For sure. And Yahoo was a part of making it more accessible.
Well, there you have it. The wild ride of Yahoo search. From a humble directory to, well, all the things we've talked about, it's been a trip down memory lane.
It really makes you wonder what's next for search, right? Will privacy ever win out? Or will it always be this trade-off?
Big questions. And ones we'll be thinking about long after this deep dive is over. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, stay curious.